Ethan, I wanted to ask big opportunities for CTV publishers to grow their share of ad spending from traditional cable, which is your roots. Uh, a lot of opportunities, and through this whole syndication scenario, tell us about A&E syndicating through CTV, and how that's an opportunity for both, I guess, licensing, but moreover, advertising revenue.
Sure. Well, we firmly believe in the advertising model. We believe that viewers have the ability and the opportunity to get content pretty much anywhere these days with CTV and SVOD services and AVOD services. And our main focus is putting our content onto as many platforms as possible, supporting the advertising ecosystem, the advertising model. We've got our own suite of fast channels. We've got a number of SVOD services. One is History Vault, the other is Lifetime Movie Network, and we're also in partnership with a number of AVOD players, whether it be Peacock, whether it be Discovery Plus, Samsung, Tubi, Pluto, Roku. Our content is out on all of those platforms, and our goal is to scale that to be able to take advantage of the increasing audiences that are coming to those platforms. We think that the acceleration of the CTV ecosystem will be driven by content. The more content that there is, the better quality that content is, the more viewers are going to come and the more money is going to follow.
Ethan, let me ask you, in terms of this hyper syndicated scenario for you guys as one of the major content providers across all these platforms, is it licensing deals, or are these advertising opportunities that you make available yourself or through your partnership with these platforms? What is the monetization scenario here?
It's a combination of both licensing and ad sales. It really has to do with what's best for the platform and what's best for A+E Networks. There are a number of platforms where we participate in the ad sales. Roku, Tubi, Pluto, Samsung, that is an ad sales opportunity that our clients can take advantage of. They're getting the best quality A&E content on those platforms, whereas other deals, like our recently announced deal with Discovery Plus, is a licensing deal.
Got it. I wanted to ask about ad serving, which might seem arcane to some people, but it's certainly important. Tell us about ad serving from a publisher's perspective, both on your properties and then through this sort of syndicated scenario.
I think the key to ad serving is the quality of the viewer experience, making sure that the ad server is able to frequency cap, making sure the ad server is able to feed those ads in a way that makes it look seamless. I think that's one of the biggest challenges that we have, is the number of different layers that go into ad serving and making that experience as seamless as what they would see on linear television.
So what does the programmatic world look like for CTV? How is it changing? We hear a lot about header bidding. We hear a lot about different kinds of deals. And of course, a wholesale shift, as you and I have been talking about over the years, towards a programmatic solution. What does the programmatic solution look like for CTV, and where might it be going?
Well, it's programmatic, and the programmatic solution is absolutely the future when it comes to CTV. The ability to match up content with audiences, and then the ability to bring in addressability into that is all furthered by the programmatic ecosystem. And I think that, while it is complex, there's a lot of simplification that is coming into that marketplace. It allows the buyer an easier access, lower workload. It also allows the publisher to better monetize the inventory across all of those programmatic audiences.
So tell us a little bit about identity, and targeting and addressability. That's a big topic. I know you guys are deep into that. You have been for a while. How is that changing? And there's a number of industry initiatives that are going on, as you know. What are the opportunities developing for a truly addressable TV opportunity?
Yeah, I mean, identity is both the billion-dollar opportunity and also the 800-pound gorilla in the room. Identity remains really, really challenging. Getting household IDs quantified and standardized across all of the different CTV providers, that is something that is very challenging. I think the first and foremost, the key to getting identity resolved is understanding the different identity standards across the different platforms, and somehow standardizing them in a way that you can trade off of them. There's also a big challenge going from household identity down to individual person identity, and to get to an addressable future. That is something that really needs to be solved, and it's something that there's a lot of progress being made on. I think that 2021, especially with the fading away, the potential fading away of cookies, I think other solutions begin to come to the fore and begin to make identity a more robust and a more streamlined process.
And, finally, I wanted to ask just some thoughts about coming through this whole COVID period, which we're not through with quite yet. Its impact on consumer preferences, which has been huge. There's also been a big impact on production, of course. Um, just sort of some views on this last 10 months, sort of the good, bad, and where we might go from here.
Sure. I think the last 10 months have been really fundamentally groundbreaking in terms of personalization. The idea that instead of going out into the world, we're bringing things into our home now that we've never been able to bring into our homes before, whether that's the food we eat, whether that is the products that we buy, and certainly the media that we consume. The reality is that we're going to a world where content will be available in the home, on in the same way that it's available out in a movie theater or in other places like that. And the expectation by the consumer is that they can bring whatever they want into the home whenever it is that they want it. And so the speed with which the media world has had to adapt to that, I think, has been one of the most amazing things to come out of this COVID environment. Very challenging from a content perspective. California just announced another production shutdown. A lot of the late night shows I saw, Jimmy Kimmel is going back into his home starting this week. But I think the flip side with that is the technology advancements making that possible. That just because you can't produce in a high volume way out in the world doesn't mean you can't produce in a high volume way from the talent's home. It's really helped us streamline our production capabilities. The days of sending 20 people on a production shoot probably are over for companies like us, because we can produce so much more efficiently with iPads and with Zoom, and the quality remains very, very high. I think that continues to move forward into the future.